But first I want to be clear that there are two different sizes. On the left is the Rovi Compact and the right is the original. So you can see that the Compact is not as deep as the original. It's also not as wide. So the waves are going to be tighter and you have to take smaller sections. If you have shorter hair, it's perfect. Now to kind of show you the difference, this is the waves on the original. You must use a heat protectant if you want to avoid frying your hair. And you also should do it on each section, not just spraying it all willy-nilly all over your head. Next, how do you get a nice continuous wave and not kinks in your waves? Now that I'm moving the tool down, notice that I'm going to put that last wave back in the deep waver. This is why heat protectant is so important, but you want to get that wave back in the deep waver so that you get a nice continuous wave and not a kink or having it go the wrong direction. See? Beautiful. Next, how do you hold the tool? Is there a right or a wrong way? Should the label be facing up or should it be facing down? So in this section here, I'm going to do this wave with the label facing up, and I'm going to show you the difference. Now on this side of my head, I'm going to flip it upside down so the label is facing down, and I'm going to do this side of my head. Watch this. All right, both sides are done. Look at the difference. See on this side, on the right side that I turned it upside down, the wave goes up first. And on this side, it dips down first. So the side that I went upside down is going to have more volume than the side on the left. Another trick to avoiding frizz, don't touch your hair. These waves have to completely cool before we touch them, so just let them rest. Next, how wide should your sections be? I like to use the peace sign method, all right? Your section shouldn't be any wider than your peace sign. The first reason for this is that you can get a lot closer to your scalp on that first section. The second reason being that the more sections you have, the more volume you're gonna have. And finally, by having thinner sections, it's gonna give you a piecier look. You're gonna see more definition in the waves. So here I'm showing you if your sectioning is too wide, if you have too much hair for the deep waver. First off, look how far away I am from my scalp. This is gonna cause a crease. A lot of people ask, how do you avoid the crease at the top of your head? Here's a side-by-side of the difference. See the left side of my head that I had a big section? It is much frizzier and it's a lot duller, where the right side is a lot more defined, and look at how much shinier it is. Next, I highly encourage you to use a hair oil to comb out your curls. This is gonna help avoid friction as you're going through your curls, and it's gonna help tame them down and avoid any frizz. I take my hands and I just kind of shake it up, and then I use my fingers. Look how wide they are. I'm using like a wide tooth comb almost to just kind of finger comb through those waves. Then I give a little attention to my ends just to make sure those are all nice and smoothed out. Then I just gently play with it to make sure everything is smoothed out and placed where I want it to be. Then I personally like to finish the style with a spray wax instead of a hairspray. This is gonna do a few things. It's gonna add shine, it's gonna help retain that curl definition, and it's not gonna be sticky. Then, because I'm kind of a perfectionist, I'll take any sections that did get a little frizzy or that aren't waved exactly like I want them to, and I'll just go back in and add a little bit of extra heat to them. And there you have it. Beautiful beach waves, no frizz, tons of volume, super fun style.